Hey guys, my name is Anuradha. Welcome to our channel GK Guidance and Knowledge. Happy morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about overcrowding prisons in India and what are the prisons reform. Let's begin with the question. Our today's question is: the overcrowding of prisons in the country is a long-standing problem. Critically discuss the causes, consequences, and overcrowding prisons, and then measures need to be decongest them. What is the question's demand? We need to critically discuss. Focus on the point. What is actually question is asking. We need to provide some facts and figures about it. What are the reasons behind overcrowding in India? Then what are the consequences of it? Means result about it. Then finally we will discuss how to curb it. Measures need to be taken. Then conclusion. End up with the conclusion. Conclusion is always be positive. Significance of this question is: it can be asked in GS paper 2 under the headings of Judiciary, Indian Constitution, Social Empowerment, issues arising out, design and implementation of policies. At the point when the jail population crosses its approved limit of prisoners, it is known as overcrowding. According to NCRB, National Crime Record Bureau, data from the past decade shows that the occupancy ratio is in the prisons was the highest in 2019 with 118.5% during the 2010 to 2019 period. Since 2016, the occupancy ratio has been on the rise, albeit at a slow pace, from 113.7% in 2016, then 115.1% in 2017, 117.6% in 2018, and finally the 2019 data is 118.5%. Under trial, 70% of prisoners are under trial. And the UP is the most overcrowded state in India with the data of 205%. Recently, the Supreme Court of India has ordered to release the prisoners in the view of uncontrolled surge of COVID-19 pandemic. What are the reasons behind overcrowding of prisoners? Slow process of trials in courts, low uses of technology during investigation of any case, pending cases in various courts across the country, then vacant seats of judges. The current vacancy status in 25 high courts of India reveals that out of 1079 sanctioned judges posts, which include both permanent as well as additional judges, 404 out of 1079 posts, approximately 37.44% are vacant. Then 60% of arrests are unnecessary, in which no need to arrest any person. India is having second largest population in the world, but with the literacy rate is 69.3%. Restrict access to the legal representative because of so many prisoners are unaware about their rights and they cannot afford legal aid. Then poor and marginal section of the society face problems in acquiring bail due to lack of money and awareness. Then what are the consequences, results and concerns, whichever you want to call it? Violation of fundamental right, which is Article 21, right to life and human rights. Then suspend contacts with the family. Increase violent clashes between prisoners. Due to them, so many people are dying. Huge impact on medical and physical health of prisoners. Increase suicidal tendency in them and increase criminal mindset also. Poor standard of living. Then challenges of understaffing. Then lack of supervision, poor infrastructure and low funding. Then unnatural deaths due to lack of treatment and poor quality of food. Then communicable diseases can cause a serious threat over intimates like TB, tuberculosis, malaria, flu, and recent is COVID-19. Then downgrade the reputation of the country at global level. For example, in past, UK court denied to send Vijay Mallya to India due to poor condition of jails. He argued that, and downgrade rank in the World Freedom Report, which is ranked 67 out of 100 countries. Then maternal and infant mortality may increase due to poor facilities because many pregnant women prisoners born her baby in jail. Then economy affected due to poor utilization of human resource. What are the measures we need to take? need to follow the Justice Amitabh Rai Committee, which recommendations like speedy trial, filling vacancies, avoid adjournment, and provide some skill development to the prisoners. Then hygienicness and healthy food should be the top priority to reduce illness. Increase funding, develop infrastructure, and use advanced technologies to investigate cases. Then mentally ill prisoners need to provide treatment, as Mullah Committee said. Then conditions of women prisoners should be improved through recruitment of women police force as per the Krishna Iyer Committee. Provide legal assistance to the prisoners. Proper vaccination should be done. Fully use draconian laws, especially prevention and detention of people and sedition law. These are some very important laws. Release prisoners who are under trial in non-serious charges on regular bail or parole. Then we can follow Gandhian principle of innate goodness of man by open prisoner without wall bars and locks. Maybe some of them are escaped by these processes. Okay, now let's go with the next. Need to improve the judicial infrastructure like e-courts, special courts, and setting up Lok Adalat for speedy disposal of cases. Then follow Supreme Court order that prisoners adopt video conferencing and 2 calls with their families in 15 days. Then our conclusion would be, with the above mentioned measures, government need to work on the prisoner reform and judiciary system. By this, we can ensure as easy access to justice, protect and promote right to justice under the Article 21, which is right to life of the Constitution. With that, we can also achieve Sustainable Development Goal 16, which is peace, justice and strong institution, and we can also improve our rank in World Freedom Report. So this is it for today. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also provide your suggestions to improve. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.